Today, guys, we are going to draw and paint a no drama llama. So you are going to give your llama some personality. I'm going to teach you how to draw a portrait of a llama. You get to choose who this llama is. Is it a dapper llama? Is it a fancy llama? Is it a silly llama? Is it a party llama? So that is all up to you. Remember on this project that you need to draw light till you get it right, and you need to draw big. Big is beautiful when you are creating your drawings. So let's get started. The very first thing you're going to do is sketch the top of the head and the ears. So you want to go about 5 or 6 inches down from the top of your paper to start the top of the head, so you have plenty of room for those ears. They have tall ears, not too pointy, but a little thin, pointing up. And then you're going to sketch the side of the head and the neck all going down. So you don't need to, they're all kind of the same size, but you want to sketch like it's fur. They're very fuzzy, so little jagged short lines. Add a little extra tuft of hair above where the eyes are going to go, and then right below that, not too low, you want to draw the nose. So I kind of start like a big wide M, and then I just kind of turn it into almost like a bubble letter M that's kind of curled under. So if your nose turns out a little different, that's okay too. You could even do like a heart nose and make it super cute. So and then you want to draw the snout going around, so it goes all the way around and then it meets in the middle. Draw the chin. And now I'm going to draw their eyes. They have big almond shaped eyes right beside their nose, right on the edges. They can even go all the way out to the edge of the head. Right there. You want to try to get them about the same size. And I have a little hair going over their eyes. Sometimes you see that. They have a lot of fuzzy hair on top of their head. And I like to add little spaces for where I know not to color it in. And right here is just a little extra fur line under the chin. Add the inside of the ears. We will color these in later. And now, here is the fun part. Who is your llama? What personality should I give this llama? I think he's a dapper llama. He's kind of serious. He's an older gentleman. I'm going to give him a little bow tie. I'm going to give him a top hat. And you might have some areas you need to erase. That's why I always say, sketch light till you get it right. That way you can erase when you need to. Add those extra fur texture lines to give him some extra texture, make him look extra fluffy. And then what do you want to do in your background? Do you want to make it fancy? Is it at a party? I think he's a pretty simple, dapper guy. So I just went with some simple stripes for this example. And then, yeah, I need to add a monocle. Totally important on this guy. He needs a monocle. So you can add a house behind them. You can add cactus behind them. You can add balloons behind them. So you decide where your llama is at and what should be behind it. After you're done drawing your entire llama, the llama's accessories, the llama's background, then you need to make sure to outline with your Sharpie every single line that you drew with your pencil. So don't let any line go untouched. And also I color in his eyes black, and I leave a little white spots in the eyes so that it looks like they have a little shine to them. Now that I'm done outlining, I need to erase all these extra pencil lines showing. So make sure you clean your paper up, get rid of those pencil lines. Then you are going to choose either crayons or colored pencils. And you are going to color in just areas like the nose, the details of the accessories, the inside of the ears. If you drew objects in the background, like I did on this llama, color those in as well. So color in the nose, the inside of the ears, and all the fun little accessories that I drew on the llama that would not actually exist on a real life llama, right? So now that I have everything that I need colored on my llama, I can start by adding some color value with my markers, and I can paint with watercolors. So here I have a lot going on in my background. I colored my items I drew, and I painted just the sky and the grass. On this one, I have a very simple striped background. It's like he's just standing in front of a striped wall. So I'm just gonna paint the background, but I need to be very, very careful not to get it on the llama, okay? So I'm gonna wait to do the background until I'm ready to paint my picture. I made this llama, my sassy little llama, gray, so I used a gray marker. I'm gonna do the brown version and on my dapper llama here, so I need a brown washable marker. This is going to be the first step in creating our color value. So every Sharpie line on the inside of the llama, I want you to add a really thick line of brown, okay? Just trust me with this process. So all my little fur areas, just go over it with a thick Sharpie line. So all the way around. Stay in the lines though, don't get out of the lines. You don't want it on your background, because I'm gonna paint my background a totally different color. So a little tip is, if you color with the whole side of your marker, you're gonna get a richer color than you would coloring with just the tip. We use the tip just to write with. When you color, you wanna use the whole tip. You wanna use the whole side of the tip. So if I was just to use the pointy part, it would be a really fine line. We want a thick line, so you wanna lay it down diagonally like that. Being very careful to stay in the lines. Get out a little bit, well, it is what it is. Go around all the way around the edges. The whole outline of your llama needs to be done, okay? I'm gonna do that a little lighter there. And we're almost done with this part, and then we're going to go to where we're gonna add a little bit of shadow with your marker. So we're almost done with this marker. I think there would probably be a little shadow around the hat. So I'm gonna add a little brown around that. And underneath the eyes. If you look at this one, it's a little darker under the eyes. It gives it a little bit more form when we do that. So I'm gonna go under the eyes here right at the corner and just come down like that. Oh, inside the monocle. Messed up there a little bit, but it is what it is. I think it's still gonna turn out great. Do a little bit under here. And there's gonna be some around the edges of here too. Maybe a little bit more under here. Maybe a little bit under here. Maybe, you know what? I think I want to add the mouth opening here. There we go. Maybe a little here. Maybe a little bit underneath. It wouldn't be on top, it would be underneath the bow tie. Don't get it on the bow tie though. Just shading in a little bit here. And I think I am gonna add just a little bit here. Okay, I'm done with my brown marker. Now, I am going to take my water here and my watercolor paints, and I'm going to paint a very light brown layer on top of the marker and the llama. But before you do that to your llama, I want you to take a piece of scrap paper and test out your painting skills and make sure that you know how to paint light enough on your paper so you don't overpaint your llama. So you wet your brush, gently just get a tiny bit of brown on there. You want the lightest color brown on there. So just spread it out. That looks really nice. If you swirl it in your paint a lot, you're gonna get a really dark layer of paint. Okay, so your goal is to get the lightest brown that you can. If you paint dark, oh no, well, just rinse your brush off and then spread it out and it'll become light, okay? But don't let it sit too long, because if you do, it's gonna stay a little dark. But look how much lighter I just made that. So you want a really light shade of brown. So it means you're using a little bit more water than the brown paint, but you don't want it so wet that it drips everywhere. Okay, so let's paint our llama. See, that's dark. I'm gonna dip it in there and bring it over here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. All right, he is done. Now I'm going to paint my background. And I feel like since he's so brown, I need some nice, bright, warm colors in the background. So I'm gonna go with some yellow. Now this, I want my paint to be nice and rich and dark. So I'm really swirling my paintbrush in the paint. And I'm going to paint my background, creating a pattern. And I am all done with my dapper llama. So here's another example. This is a sassy llama, and she is at a little festive party with cactus in the background. And this one's my birthday party llama. It is his birthday, and he is having a great time. So I hope you have fun creating your llama. I can't wait to see your creations.